For a long time, it was believed that atoms are the ultimate particles that matter is made up of, and that these atoms cannot be divided further. The experiments conducted during the later half of the 19th century and early years of the 20th century revealed that the atom is not the ultimate particle. The continued efforts of the scientists led to the discovery of subatomic particles. What are these subatomic particles? A subatomic particle is nothing but a particle which is smaller than an atom in a size. Typically, an atom can be broken down into three subatomic particles. Yes, you are right. Protons, electrons, and neutrons. Let us start with a study of discovery of electron. It was in mid-1850s many scientists, mainly Faraday, began to study electrical discharge in partially evacuated tubes. These were known as cathode ray discharge tubes. A cathode ray tube is made up of a glass containing two thin pieces of metal called electrodes, which were sealed in it. The electrical discharge through the gases could be observed only at a very low pressure and very high voltages. When sufficiently high voltage is applied across the electrode, current starts flowing through the stream of particles moving in the tube from negative electrode, that is cathode, to the positive electrode, that is anode. These were called cathode rays or cathode ray particles. The flow of a current from cathode to anode was further checked by making a hole in the anode and coating the tube behind the anode with a phosphorescent material like zinc sulfide. When these rays, after passing through the anode, strike the zinc sulfide coating, a bright spot is developed on the coating. This indicates that there is a presence of these cathode rays which can be clearly observed by the bright spot made on the phosphorescent material. When these cathode rays were subjected to electric field, a deflection of cathode rays was observed towards the positively charged metal plate. This indicates that the cathode rays must be negatively charged particles because we know that like repel and unlike attract. Hence, since the deflection is being shown towards the positively charged plate, cathode rays should be carrying negatively charged particles. When cathode rays are subjected to magnetic field, a clear deflection in the cathode rays is being found. In the presence of electric or magnetic field, the behavior of cathode rays was similar to that expected from a negatively charged particle, suggesting that the cathode ray consists of negatively charged particles. The characteristics of cathode rays do not depend on the material of the electrode and the nature of the gas present in the cathode ray tube. Thus, we can conclude that negatively charged particles, or what we call now as electrons, are basic constituents of all the atoms. Further, in 1897, British physicist J. J. Thomson measured the ratio of electric charge to the mass of an electron by using cathode ray tube and applying electric and magnetic field. Electrical discharge carried out in the modified cathode ray tube led to the discovery of canal rays carrying positively charged particles. The characteristic of these positively charged particles are that unlike cathode rays, mass of a positively charged particle does depend upon the nature of a gas present in the cathode ray tube. These are simply the positively charged gaseous ions. The charge to mass ratio of these particles depends on the gas from which these originate. Some of the positively charged particles carry multiple of the fundamental unit of the electric charge. The behavior of this particle in the magnetic or electric field is opposite to that observed for an electron or cathode rays. The smallest and the lightest positive ion was obtained from hydrogen and was called proton. This positively charged particle was characterized in the year 1919. There can be confusion in your mind as to who discovered proton and the nucleus. Well, it was Eugen Goldstein, a German, who discovered anode rays and positive particles way back in the year 1898 while experimenting with the discharge tube. Whereas it was Ernest Rutherford, a New Zealand born British, discovered nucleus in 1911 and proton in 1917 when he conducted his renowned alpha particle scattering experiment. The presence of the third subatomic particle was carried out by Chadwick in the year 1932. He bombarded a thin sheet of beryllium by alpha particles. When electrically neutral particles having mass slightly greater than that of a proton were emitted, he named these particles as neutrons. Here is a chart giving you the properties of the three subatomic particles which we have taken, that is electron, proton and neutron. As far as its symbol is concerned, electron is written as small e, proton small p and neutron small n. The nature of the three is respectively negatively charged, positively charged and neutral. The relative charge on the three particles is -1, +1 and 0. Neutron carries 0 absolute charge, whereas electron and proton carries 1.602 multiplied by 10 raised to negative 19 coulombs. They are oppositely charged but with the same magnitude. If we see the relative mass, it is for proton, if we consider it to be a unit, electron will be 1 by 1837 times less as compared to that of proton. Absolute mass for electron is 9.109 multiplied by 10 raised to negative 28 gram. That of proton is 1.6725 multiplied by 10 raised to negative 24 gram. And for neutron, it is 1.6748 multiplied by 10 raised to negative 24 gram.